with the lips, this is the side where I fastened off, so it's actually kind of different from this corner. It just looks slightly different. So I'm going to sew this part down first, and then I can see how it's looking, and I can try and nudge everything as I'm sewing this to match this side. So I'm going to go ahead and go directly down here below it. This one's going to be kind of interesting to sew down because I'm wanting to do it applique, but we've got slip stitches which tend to like pull forward, so that's going to change things a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go back up through. So I went down just directly instead of going like down through anything. I just went directly to the blue first, and now I'm going to go up through here. So I'm going to go down through this bit here. Actually, okay, I'm just going to go through this part first and then look down at the blue bit. Okay, and then we're going to go back up through where we just went down through the loops, the front and the back loops. And then through here, we've got some more front and back loops to go through. We're going directly below. So this is where we start getting a little tricky. So we went down through here, so we're gonna come back up. And then we've got this spot where this is kind of coming forward. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through both of those loops actually, and then go right here below, just like I normally would. And then back up through. Yeah, I think that's the way I want to go. And then this spot is kind of where it's going to be tricky because I want to have that little bit of a lip there. Lip. Okay. I think what I'm going to do with this spot. You see, sewing is also loosey-goosey. I'm gonna go down through there, and I'm gonna make sure that I go down pretty far down here. Instead of going up through, I'm gonna go directly down through the next one, because that's gonna make it pull down even more, I think. And we'll go down again as far as we can get. I think maybe just through that same spot. And then we're gonna go there and up through that spot. Yep, that's what we're doing. Okay, and then we're going down through this next stitch and directly below that. Okay, and then back up through there. We're kind of coming to where this, I want it to match that spot. So see, this is kind of rounded and I want it to be more pointed. Okay, we're going into this next spot here, going down below. Back up through. And now for the corner, for the edge bit. Okay. So we're going down through it, and I'm gonna pull it as much as I can over this way. And then back up through. Let's see, how does that look? It's still kind of looking curved, so I'm gonna go out this way. We're ignoring our applique technique here for a second, and I'm pulling it to make it more pointed instead of going down. Let's see, is that too pointed? We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Okay, and then we're gonna come back over here and go down through. There we go. Okay, and now this is starting to look a bit less curvy. If I turn it this way, look a bit less curvy. So I'm gonna take my pin, push it a little bit that way. We're just finagling things. That's a lot of what sewing is, especially with these weird shaped things. Okay, let's see, where did we go? Went down that way, so we're going down into this spot. And directly below. We're wanting to kind of pull it this direction a little bit. So directly below is just emptiness, so we're gonna kind of go this way. And then back up through. And then down through this one. Okay, let's see, how is this looking? I kind of like the way it's looking. Okay, we still need to tack that down. And then go back up through. And down. Tack it down. Back up. Down. And then tack it down. Back up. And we're going down here and removing our pin. Back up. Let's see, do I like the way this looks? It's hard to tell. I always like to leave this little extra strand in case I need to finagle things. Yeah. Looks a little creepy, but I like it. Okay, come on. We're almost there. Work with me. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Okay. Down here towards the beginning where we started. Let's tack that down and see what we're working with now. That looks so creepy. Okay. So Oh, I'm gonna go back through and try and make that more pronounced, I think. I'm gonna go down this way and try and make this actually a bit more pointed, because the other side looks a bit more pointed than this one. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna weave this through. Just do a little bit at a time when you're weaving things in. Okay, I'm going up this way. I'm going to go through this part and then go down this way through the back all the way down here, pulling it. Oh, so now it's like, actually looks more like a lip. Okay, so now I pulled it down and I'm gonna weave it in a tiny bit on this blue part, the blue that's underneath the lip, so it's hidden. And I'm gonna go through that one more time, that blue bit. And then I'm gonna weave that through the pink part. And go this way. And then go around here. As much as I can. I don't want that to show up, so we're gonna go this way. Okay, oops. We're gonna call that good. Right there. And then we've got this end to weave in.